Markle, many people may have thought, of course, that we'd seen the last of her. Yes, particularly over here in the United Kingdom. But it could not simply be the case. According to a very well placed source, both she and Harry, otherwise known as Prince Harry in some circles, well, they do plan some kind of return. But it's all, as Her Majesty the Queen famously said, in the fullness of time. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you today. We'll have a wave. You all right? A little bit chilly out here now today. I know I'm still getting told off, by the way, for talking to you. Do we care? No. Jog on if you don't want to have a... We need a conversation, don't we? One of the things I was thinking about as well, I do like to share these things with you, but has anybody tried recently fruit pastels? Do you remember them? Roundtree's fruit pastels. They've no flavour now. Have you noticed? Everything... Somebody said to me the other day, you know what, Neil? The trouble is, when you get older, your taste buds go. I thought, well, I've only got to 30. How can they possibly have gone? But is it true? Do you believe that? I'm not so sure. I tell you one thing that you're going to be rather shocked about is simply this. And as ever, let me explain. As we know, Harry and Meghan basically, don't want to come back to the United Kingdom. Other than their terms, they want these apologies. They want people to know that they've been terribly badly treated. And more importantly, of course, what the royals are going to do about it. Now, as we saw recently over on that very successful Kenyan tour with His Majesty the King and Queen Camilla, it's still very difficult, isn't it, to get used to the phrase Queen Camilla because everybody just refers to the Queen, Queen Elizabeth. We all knew her as that. What's interesting here, though, is, according to that very well-placed source, Harry and Meghan are gearing up. They believe, and this is 100% from a very well-placed former assistant, who, so many, of course, who worked in the Archwell Foundation, that they will be recalled back in the fullness of time, simply to shore up the monarchy due to the ageing quality, if you like, of, dare I say, His Majesty the King and Queen Camilla. You see, what they're thinking, and I don't know if you saw this particular story, but people were insinuating that there's terrible sort of problems with Queen Camilla. She had shaky hands, all that sort of stuff on the tour. Let's not forget, she was in a colossal heat. She travelled halfway around the world in an 8-hour flight, and bam, doing all of those particular personal engagements. I'm not sure about you, I think I'd be quite exhausted. But on a more serious note, Harry and Meghan truly believe that it will be age that will make the current British monarchy reopen their doors to them on the idea that they came up with originally, which was highly rejected by our late and wonderful monarch, a sort of half in, half out. They see this still very much so as a 21st century monarchy, that people can live halfway around the world, can jet back to do certain engagements, and still be aligned to certain military events. Now, I don't know about you, but even I think His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William, and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, would never relinquish this particular idea. By that particular point, George himself will suddenly undertake, I believe, royal duties, possibly a lot earlier, 1819, a little bit like Prince William did, and start to take on the mantle further. But it's interesting to note the mindset of Harry and Meghan and how they truly believe in the fullness of time they will become superstars once again of the British monarchy. As ever, over to you. What do you think? Love to know your thoughts and comments, and please do like and share. Neil Shaw, Buckingham Palace, London.